No dog sold or raised for illegal purposes. This is a historical and entertainment-based channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 70. Yeah. Yeah. A look at Project Born's champion Homicide. Could Bruce Lee be a secret weapon? Did Grand Champion Mailman deliver?
Let us analyze the evidence on this episode of Bulldog Court. Bulldog community, please rise. This is your host, Get a Hold James, because we got to get a hold of the game.
Court is now in session.
Oh, yeah. This is your boy, Get a Hold James, because we got to get a hold of the game. I'm so happy that you could join me tonight. You could have been anywhere else in the Bulldog streets, but you decided to come kick it with your boy. And I'm so happy that you did. You underdig. I'd like to thank everybody for checking out last week's Bulldog Court episode 69, where we had a stinking foot good time, no toe jam included. We had a couple of real good cases, and I'm glad that everybody that came over enjoyed the proceedings that I had going on that evening. And then right after that, we slid right over into the Bulldog Court live after show with my Cap brothers, Pressure Cap, aka Pressure Kennel Combines, Short Buzz Cap, aka King T, and of course the honorable one, J-Bo, aka Papa Cap. And you know, of course, yours truly, Get a Hold James, aka Interstate Cap. You underdig. But I like to start off this show by getting this out of the way. I am not the judge nor jury, for it is up to you, the Bulldog community, to decide which way the tide may roll. And I want to give it up to all the shows, all the dog talk shows, Big Hill Family, the Cookout, Samurai, No Decaf, Men at Work, Going Hard. Of course, Hump Day Cap with my brothers, King T, Pressure Kennel Combines, and an honorable one, J-Bo. And also, too, Bulldogging with Bo. I know some fugazi stuff went down, and we hoping that they be able to come back even stronger after this whole incredibly crazy ordeal that have taken place. Come on, YouTube, do right. Also, too, shout out to Going Hard. Shout out to Book City. Shout out to Big Scratch. All the dog talk shows they're doing, they one too, man. Bubba Mix, Fat Bill, salute Fat Bill. Mike Danny Man over there. Between Excellence, all them over there doing, they want to. Salute to them. But I'm not gonna prolong the time. For my first case, a look back at Project Born's champion, Homicide. Now, this is a dog that was a champion, and not only that, he was a dog of the year. When we talk about this golden vein discussion, there are so many others, like I have said before, that don't get the notoriety, don't get the conversation or anything, but they have accolades and they have earned their right to be a part of the conversation when it comes to this so-called golden vein talk. But somehow, some way, people have blinders on and they don't maybe only see about 3 or 4 dogs. And to be honest with you, that's usually how it goes when people start focusing in on one particular family. They usually hoover over 3 or 4 dogs. When in the 1900s, you could have one particular dog, like Jeep, I asked a question to Fat Bill about the different families opposed to back then as opposed to now. He was like, there was hundreds of families back then. Jeep had 10 families. Bullison had 10 families. Bolio might have had 5 or 10 families. Just so many different dogs, had so many different branches that are now gone away, and people focus on maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4, if that, in a particular family of dogs. But I want to widen your gauge a bit when I talk about this animal. And he won in terms of, his first one was in 19 minutes. Of course, he was on, his chain weight was 48. He went at 42, 42 and a half, and 43 pounds. Like I said, his first one, Die Hard Kennels Topia, 19 minutes. So, the second one, Solution Kennels Serious Will, 2-time winner in 1 hour and 4 minutes. His third one, NWC's Champion Black, 4-time winner, he beat in 59 minutes. And TDC's Champion Tick Man, he defeated him in 55 minutes, also a 4-time winner. So defeated two dogs, denied them their chance to make grand champion. I guess he said not on his watch, you know what I'm saying? So, but this is one of the rare dogs that I had noticed when I'm looking at different pets who just about got every golden vein strand in his bloodline. He has the Gaston stuff, the Ratliff and Gaston stuff, from the West Penn Razor stuff to Black Ice and Airtight's Bam 2, which is, goes back to Catching Wrecks Bamboo. Got that stuff. It also got the Citrus Kennels Champion Crazy Leg stuff, the Stone City stuff. They got the Mayday, of course, Mayday and the Stone City Blondie stuff, through Chico Lopez and Damien in the pedigree. It got every, a lot of the main cast, the Butkus, the Book, Mayday, you know what I mean? Got a lot of that stuff in this dog. This dog was a Dog of the Year and a POR producer. And this dog would produce, dogs like Project Born Serious, 2-time winner, Project Born's Draco, 1-time loser, Project Born Stupid, 1-time winner, and Dynamite and Web Sunshine, 1-time winner. Just to name a few. And so, I just want to know from the Bulldog community, have you ever heard of this animal in history? What do you think about the way that he is bred? I didn't go into specifics about his pedigree because I wanted to take this time for the Bulldog community to work their due diligence to look at Project Born's Champion Homicide and look at the way this animal is bred. Just a beautiful blend of the golden vein. Like I said, once again, if there is a such thing as the golden vein, this would be a perfect blend of all those different strands into one combination into this animal. So I'm not gonna, drive it through the ground, but I am gonna leave it here for you to look into. This is just a presentation I'm bringing forth or hearing about Champion Homicide. Like I said, it says POR, but I didn't see a lot of dogs that would make me believe that he was POR status, but that's neither here nor there, and maybe not all of them are online, so we have to consider that when we're looking at that title of POR. So I look forward to seeing your comments. I look forward to seeing your commentary. And for the case of a look back at Project Born's Champion Homicide, this case is now dismissed.
We'll get back to the show after these important messages.
Add these reading materials to your historical literature collection of the American Pit Bull Terrier. The Big Red Handbook, Family Bred and Raised, Dogs, Dogmen, and Bloodlines, and the Schoolboy Keep. Contact Richard Schoolboy Garcia on Messenger and purchase your part of history today.
Hammerhead on the beat, bitch.
Oh yeah, and now it's time for my second case. Could Bruce Lee be a secret weapon? You know, people like, what? Bruce Lee?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Man, this a dog show. What you talking about Bruce Lee for?
Come on, man.
Man, that's because I'm talking about none other than CMLs or Cuban Missing Links champion Bruce Lee. Yeah, that one. I want to know because I've been hearing rumblings and chatter behind this dog, or maybe not him, but his offspring and maybe his grand offspring, you know, grandkids, rumblings of these dogs being added into certain crosses that I would not name. You do your own homework and due diligence to get some very outstanding animals across the border and abroad. So, which led me to thinking, could this be the new secret weapon? Is this secret sauce? Is this some type of secret sauce? But you might be wondering, well, I mean, okay, CML, they known for, you know, using that golden vein. Some people, you know, here we are again talking about the golden vein, supposedly. I'm using the quotation mark fingers in the air because, you know, I've heard that many times before. So I'm gonna go into this and just read what it says on page. It said 18 months old, game loser in an hour and 20 minutes. It said people said he was no good. CML seen something different. For number 2, 1 in 1 hour flat. Number 3, 22 minutes. Number 4, 23 minutes. Bruce is very intelligent and has a very good corner. I guess he's got a good team around him. But an hour flat, 22 and 23 minutes. Somebody going, I know somebody going, you know, but I'm not gonna call the cow. I'm just gonna leave it there on that, you know. But this dog was bred in a way, that sound like Don Mayfield, and bred in such a way as to that the dog would do such and such, and was in such a way as to, and not really saying nothing, you know, a whole bunch of nothing, but I digress. But the dog was shot by Bumpy off of Series Oz POR, which is off of Mayday, bred to Southern Kennels Napalm. Napalm is a sister to Grand Champion Hunch, for those that don't know. They bred Series Oz POR to CML's Trulita, who was off of Barracuda, bred to CML's Crazy Alice. Crazy Alice was off of Champion Deadlift, bred to Hollingsworth's Dolly. And I believe that's the breed I was talking about with Deadlift to Dolly that produced Dragon Man, if I'm not mistaken. So his dam, Bruce Lee's dam, was CML's La Bonita, who was off of CML's Lil Jon, registered merit. Lil Jon, of course, being off of Hell on Earth's Champion Bumper and Hollingsworth Dolly. And they bred Little John to CML's Mitten to get CML's, you know, bred off of, and Mitten was off of CML's Lil Jon, also bred to CML's Champion Annabelle. Annabelle was out of Mayday, bred the Golden Girl. Okay, So, a lot of Mayday, Barracuda, Lil John, whole bunch of yellow dolly. Speaking in Mayday tongues, there's a whole bunch of it in that pedigree. Nothing but the yellow dolly. Oh, Lord have mercy, yellow dolly in that pedigree. Somebody gonna kiss the Mayday Holy Ghost in the back. Amen. So, like I said, I have been seeing this dog and popping up in different pedigrees, and the third generation, and sometimes in the second or third generation, and into showing up in some very, very nice dog song with title song, 1 and 2 timers. Seeing the winners coming out of this stuff, like, for example, I'll just give you one example, but I want you to do your own due diligence. BDP's Mellow, I believe this is Bring the Pains. Mellow, 2-time winner, 1-time loser, aka Hooch, was out of champion CML's Bruce Lee POR. Bred to, I believe this is Red Tide Kennels or RTK's Ronda Rousey, who was out of Hollingsworth's Bull POR. I'm sure this is the AI breeding. Bred to Titan Kennels Red Witch out of Freedom Born Kennels Max, 4-time winner, 2-time Game of the Show, and Freedom Born Kennels Dark Red Baby. A lot of Macho Buck and Hollyworth on the bottom. Of course, Bruce Lee on top. This is just one example. 1 in 53 minutes, 1 in an hour and 10, and I think he lost the last one in an hour flat. So, what do you think about this? Could he actually be a secret weapon, or is it, it's the cat out the bag? Or is this a such thing as like a smoke screen? You know what I'm saying? People putting that stuff together just because he bred well. He just ended up in these pedigrees.
Hey, bro, come on now,
but
dog.
really was no real significant
Come on, man.
addition to whatever it is they put together. But like I said, basically some of this stuff gonna win regardless because of the first 2 dogs. The mother and the sire and the mother and father. It wipe out some of the blemishes of the other ancestors in certain cases, if that's what you believe. But this is why I'm presenting this to the Bulldog community, so we can hear all sides. We can see both sides. We need to want to hear both sides. Do you think that's a smoke screen? Just a well-bred dog that just happened to be in some good dog pedigree, but no real push and power, to speak of, because some people may look at it as though, if good as he bred and his name didn't ring out and we still hollering Lil John or Waycan from CML camp long after they gone, then he couldn't have been like that. Or could he be? And he was kept up on the raps. But I digress. I'm gonna leave this up to the Bulldog community. I look forward to hearing your comments. I look forward to hearing your commentary. And for the case of, could Bruce Lee be a secret weapon? This case is now dismissed. Now, this is the segment of the show we call Bench Warrant. Now, who do I want to get a bench warrant to this week? Man, I know I'm on YouTube, but boy, come here. Man, what going on with my last episode being copyright struck for my music? How you do that? Where they do that at? copyright strike me for my own music. Then on top of that, Bulldog with Bo, Dogman TV whole channel just took off air. They didn't even put the little rainbow stripes across the screen like they used to do back in the days on TV when the TV used to go off. Anybody old enough to remember when TV used to go off? Eeeeee. Then they'll play the national anthem, and then TV go off. But anyway, I digress. Man, something got to be done about this. The appeal process is underway. We gonna have to, get to the bottom of this stuff, man, and get this stuff straightened out. Come on, YouTube. And I'ma leave it at that. Tighten up. And this does it for this episode of Bench One. Oh yeah. And now for my third and final case. Did the mailman deliver? Let us look into this. When I'm talking about the mailman, I'm talking about none other than Wiggs Grand Champion Mailman, 5-time winner. Said to be a head technician, 100% Bulldog, one of the best 43-pound dogs to look through a collar. One of the best 43-pound males, that is. R.I.P. to a real one, so they are saying. Now, several years that went by, and since this dog was around, so he was bred, and I just want to take a peek into his offspring's list and see, did the mailman actually deliver? And oh my God, OMG. Now, I looked at it and I was about to call Jimmy when this hit me in the chest so hard I like to fell over. A dog by the name of VBCK's Azar, Grand Champion Azar, with wins in 29 minutes, an hour and 32, 55, an hour and 31, and 48 minutes. This is one of the ones, but very few and far between on this list. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are up there. We all understand that about pets, but just checking in to see, did the mailman, rest in peace, actually come through and deliver? Now, let me go back and show you how the mailman is bred. The mailman is sired by Unknown Kennels Black Bear, who is off of Macho Bear, bred to Super Kennels Night Train, and Night Train is off of Super Kennels Luther, with an unknown right there. I don't know what that's about. His KBK's Mail Lady. Mail Lady is off of Mr. Macho Buck, bred to Country Boys Pebbles. Mr. Macho Buck is off of course Macho Buck, bred to Miss Super Buck, both out of Champion 357. Country Boys Pebbles is out of Country Boys Kennels Lil Man, one-time winner, who is also out of Macho Buck. And Red Tides Whiplash, they bred him to Straight Mouth Kennels Pebbles, who was out of Landmines Roscoe, one-time winner, one-time loser, and Landmines Miss Daisy, one-time loser. This is how he's bred. Now, how they got the Grand Champion Azar dog, they bred to a heavy T-Walker. So some heavy balls, a little bit of boomerang type stuff. Heavy T Walker, some Florida style balls, cross dogs on the bottom of that heavy macho buck stuff on top with a little bit of STP's Luther mixed in, which is some more balls, Eli, Black Pass type stuff. So very nice blend also of this common theme of a golden, the golden vein breeding and how it has worked out. But what do you say? I look forward to your comments. I look forward to your commentary. And for the case of, did the mailman deliver? This case is now dismissed. Oh yeah, and now it's time for my closing monologue. Like I say every time, make your next move your best move, but move strategic, like a chess move. Say man, I know it's Saturday, but you still got for this weekend to do whatever it is you've been lollygagging about.
Just do it!
Go ahead and do it, man. Go on, take care of that, man, before the week starts, and then you're another week behind on what you're supposed to be doing. This is your boy, Get a Hold James, because we got to get a hold of the game. I'm out.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and tell a dogman or woman about the Sporting Dog Archive.